CapCut 101 for real estate agents. I am one of your hosts and guides of CapCut. My name is Sue Pinky Benson. I am a full-time real estate agent here in beautiful Southwest Florida, Naples, Fort Myers, Marco Island. If you need anything, think pink. I've been doing this for more than 15 years, and I've been using video in real estate for that long, almost for 12 years plus. All right. So I have done everything with video that you can imagine. And I have made a lot of mistakes, and I'm here to help you, guide you through the process of understanding video. So if you've never done this before, if you're just starting out, that's perfectly fine. That's why it's called CapCut 101. My co-host is the fabulous Carlos Ramos. He is in Tampa, Florida. He is a mortgage professional, although he is not here to sell you a mortgage, okay? But I will encourage you that if you are anywhere near the Tampa Bay area, he teaches classes to real estate agents on how to use social media videos to grow your business and your brand. And he's authentic, okay? So he's not just gonna show up and give you some sort of canned class that they're like, oh, just do this to get the realtors in the room. He actually knows what he's doing. So I highly encourage you to take his classes if you see him. Carlos, say hi.
Hello, everyone. Yes, I've been in the industry 22 years myself as a mortgage originator, all in Tampa, Florida. I can do loans all over the state of Florida, but we're not talking about that right now. So that's who I am, and I do teach classes. Some of you have been in my classes before, and of course, we have my partner in crime, Sue Pinky Benson. If you have not taken any of her classes, what are you waiting for? So let's get going on that. Come on, guys. She does an awesome job. She's one of my mentors in social media. I've been doing video marketing since 2017 for me. At the end of it, it's grown my business quite a bit. I went from 4 million to 27 million in closed loans in 2020. So it has made a huge difference, and definitely can make a huge difference in your lives as well, especially with Sue helping you out with Instagram. And a lot of things that we're going to show you today are going to relate to all the platforms, not just Instagram, but Sue does an amazing job. So I'm going to let her get going on it, and then I will chime in when I'm allowed. Wink, wink. And then, yeah, so let's get going.
I am going to be sending out the recording of this video within a week, so you do not need to request a recording of this video. It's going to be sent out within a week. All right, so I wanted to kind of show you some of the examples of videos that you can create within CapCut.
Y'all ready for this?
Simple, easy, but they have great transitions and they have great animations. This one is more of a template.
Spanish girl into them.
That video is what I refer to as a B-roll video. When you're not talking in a video, it is B-roll video. And this is the video that you need to be getting every single day to create content and videos. This is another template that we'll talk a little bit about today. All right, if you've ever seen the memes or the kind of stars or whatever, this is a template that they have in CapCut. So we're going to show you some examples of that. And in CapCut Bootcamp, we will be diving in day one on how to really maximize using templates. All right, this is a very advanced video, but this is what CapCut is possible for you to create with CapCut.
Hometown Heroes is still available, my friends. This is what's available today. Don't miss out on your opportunity to own a home. Now, if you're a real estate agent, get this message out. That's what's available today. Do you need to say it again? Hold on. Voila! Hometown Heroes. Let's go.
All right.
And just so I can remind everybody, there are no more Hometown Heroes funds, okay? It's out. So don't call me for Hometown Heroes. Call me for any other down payment assistance with that one.
But that is a much more advanced video. It took you a little while to learn it yourself and
Correct.
to teach it. So it's
Yeah.
not something that is simple like a template. There are more than one steps that go into creating a video like that. So you do need to have some working knowledge of the app, which is the point of today. All right. This is for getting started with the app. In the boot camp, we're going to get more in depth, but this is 101. All right. So now I know there's a lot of agents in here. Maybe you've never opened the app before. You have no clue. Maybe you've been in there. It's been overwhelming to you. I ask this of you, all right? We are at all different learning points. Please have patience with each other, okay? Please feel comfortable asking your questions. I realize better than anybody else, you go to these conferences, you go to these classes, they tell you, go make videos, go edit on CapCut. You open up the app and you're like, I have no idea where to start. That's where Carlos and I are coming from. We want to help you get started. All right. Now, the big moment for Carlos and I, which we kind of knew was an issue before we get started, because when it comes to teaching these classes, okay, I've been doing video editing for years, and I have always used InShot as my video editing app. The reason why is it looks the same on most phones. There's little things that are a little bit different, but for the most part, it looks the same across a Google phone to an iPhone to a Droid. CapCut looks different occasionally from phone to upgrade to whatever's going on with your phone and your app and your, where you're at with things, okay? I want you to hear me. You know that commercial, I think it's for Progressive or insurance or whatever, they're like, they go, I don't have that button. Okay, I promise you got the button. All right. So my Gen Xers, my boomers who are afraid to press things on your phone, I promise there is a button. Your phone is not going to explode. Everything's going to be fine, and we're going to get you through this. Okay. I say it with love because I know the frustration level, and you're ready. Like the minute you don't see the button, you're like, okay, well, that's it. I'm out. It's going against me. So now the big difference is Carlos and I do have pro version.
Yes.
All right. If you have the free version, that's fine. But just know that you may be able to go through some of the functions, but then when you get to the end, when you go to export it, it may say, well, to use this transition or that, you're going to have to pay X amount for it.
Correct.
Honestly,
Yeah. It doesn't stop you. Like when it allows you to use the pro version. It's like a tease. Like, hey, look at this. And then when you go to export the video, you can't because you need the pro version. So it's kind of like a little, I don't know what you want to say.
it's a tease. It'll let you
It's a
see what it
tease.
looks like. But if you want to use it, you have to upgrade. Okay. Do I think it's worth it? Heck yeah. How much is it? There's a discount right now, coupon. I think it's like $21, $27 off.
Yeah.
The entire year is under $100. Like I think it's now 80, $90, something like that. Y'all, if you're not selling enough homes to be able to pay for that in an app, we got other problems to talk about here. Okay. So it's worth the investment if you're going to be making videos. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. We're going to hold Q&A until the end. You can bring them in, but just so you know, hold them to the end. All right. The thing we want to make sure you're aware of is on September 23rd and 24th, Carlos and I are going to be doing a more advanced class with CapCut. Okay. In that class, we will be going over overlays. We will be going in depth with the templates, because as much as it is plug and play with templates to really make them look amazing, there are things that you can do. There's also certain things you should search for and how to find great templates. We're going to take you through that entire process. Overlays are what you saw Carlos doing there with his, where he went under. We're not going to get that specific, but we're definitely going to go into them because they can make your videos really pop. We're going to talk about captions and text in depth because there are a gazillion buttons when it comes to that. All right. So if you want to do this, you have 24 hours to get 20% off. You use the code CapCut20. Now for that class, we will limit the amount of people that come into it, and it will save your seat. So you don't have to worry about getting into their Zoom room. It's a paid seat situation.
Absolutely.
So you're in. You will have the replay for 10 days afterwards. Then it'll be turned off. And today we are going to give away 2 free spots to the class. All right. So stay tuned. Tracy's excited over that. That makes me happy. Yay. Cynthia's excited too. And Don's just taking it all in because he was part of our test group where we were like, oh my God, what happened?
Do we want to say what it's going to take for the contest? Giveaway or?
Oh yeah, go right ahead. Tell them.
Okay, so here's how your chance to win a free giveaway for next week's classes. The following week's classes.
Following 23rd and 24th.
Yep. So just make sure if throughout today's class presentation, if you take pictures or anything like that, we'd love for you to post it on your stories Instagram, Facebook, whatever. I'll keep track of either one. If you're not following me, look me up on either one, Tampa Bay Mortgages. And of course, everybody follows Sue. Why? Because why wouldn't you? Hello. And then just make sure you mention us in the story so Sue and I can track that. And then we're going to put that together and we'll pick 2 people out of that. So hopefully that made sense what I just said, by the way.
What he just said was you're going to go ahead, you're going to either do a video or screenshot your class today. You're going to go into your stories. And you know what? For those of you that are not IG, we'll let you go on Facebook and post the picture on Facebook as well, just as long as you're tagging either myself or Carlos. Carlos is Tampa Bay Mortgages on Instagram. I'm Sue Pinky Benson, Pinky Knows Naples on Instagram. All right, here we
let's
go.
boogie. Let's get into it.
Let's go! Yay! All right. So we are going to go into my phone. Carlos, give them the disclosure.
The disclaimer
Sue.
on Sue is whatever's on Sue's phone stays on Sue's phone and stays on his Zoom. So.
It's much like Vegas. Yes, somebody was yelling at me. Yes.
That's me, Shelly from Florida.
Hi, Shelly.
So if I post that screenshot that you just had on there, are you offering the 20% off to everybody, or is it just for us being in this class?
It's just for you guys being in the class.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yep.
All right, are we ready to get going? All right, so now before class in the emails, I told you it would be great if you had some B-roll video just to play along. We're not going to actually edit today, okay? So Carlos has to keep me on track because I love to teach editing. So if you ever get to do one of my editing courses, please come in. I love to teach it. So that being said, we're gonna go into the CapCut app. So if you don't know what it looks like, it's this one right here, all right? Now, as we pop into the app, hopefully you've been into the app and you're not getting bombarded with tutorials as it pops up. There may be an ad that says, hey, if you want to upgrade to Pro, it's just X out of it, move forward. All right. We want to be on this screen, which at the bottom is your edit screen. Okay. So if you're kind of confused as to where you're at, it's the edit button. Yes, Heather Holiday, put those glasses on so you can see where you're looking. I see you up there in the corner. All right, what we're going to do, what we found was the easiest way for us to explain this app is we're going to take it from top corner to bottom corner to get you going here. All right, so we're going to go up here to the top corner, and this is CapCut. It says mine is Pro version. Some people still have the Pro version, and you can click on that to get it if you have the free version. Some of you may or may not have the magnifying glass, all right? There is another way to use the magnifying glass, so if you don't have it, don't worry. We're gonna get to that. But what I wanna point out to you up here at the top is the question mark, all right? A lot of us never ask for help, and it's right there. And what I wanna show you is that in the help section, there is a beginner's guide with all kinds of quick videos, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, that will show you different things that you can do to get more familiar with CapCut, okay? So I don't wanna leave you hanging with a gazillion questions. If I don't answer what you need, just know that it's in there.
And just remember, everybody's screen will look different because like on mine, I don't have the questions there, but it's on another screen. So don't get nervous if you don't see it on this screen.
Yeah, okay. Theodora, you okay? You looked a little confused. You good? Okay. All right. All right. So up here in the right-hand corner is we debate over what this is as far as a shape. Is it a hexagon? Is it we don't know. Pentagon, whatever this little bolt looking thing is, you take your magic finger. Okay. That's your finger, y'all. If you didn't know what magic finger meant, you're going to take your magic finger and you're going to go and touch that button. Okay. Something we want to point out in here that if you have Pro version and you have not done this, add default ending, okay? If I toggle this over and there's a blue line, that means that there is a default ending at the end of my video where that CapCut thing comes up. If you want to get rid of that, all you have to do is toggle it off, discard ending, discard. And now it is off. And you will no longer have that CapCut emblem come up at the end of your videos, okay? So that's all we wanna get into right there. The next thing we wanna show you is we're gonna come down to this bar here, okay? A lot of people don't pay attention to this. There is a button right here. It says down or expand. Magic finger, you're gonna touch that. Carlos, kind of explain what's going on in here.
Voila, look at all the other features you have in here. Now, I will tell you, a lot of features in here are very AI, they're all AI related, so it's very technical. It's not stuff that I kind of get into. I kind of keep it simple, and Sue and I like to use like the three main features on here that we like to talk about, or we're going to talk about today. One is auto captions, teleprompter, and remove background.
Yeah.
Everything else is something that you're probably just gonna have to sit on your couch, play around with it. It's very technical. It's not like if you have nothing to do, you want to play with it, go for it. But honestly, today's class is just about auto captions, teleprompter, and remove background.
Yeah. And even with auto captions and remove background, we found that some of you may not have this in your expand menu. So
Correct.
if you don't, please don't freak out. You may need to update your app. It may be that you don't have pro version, but something that we did learn as we were teaching the class to each other is that you can move this. So auto captions, if I wanted that up here so that it's right at the top when I log in, this auto captions button literally is very quick. You put the, if like you just want captions on your video, or otherwise known as subtitles, all right? If you just want those captions on there and you're not going to edit anything, you can very quickly go into your auto captions, plug the video in, hit the button and get your captions, export it, and move on to other things.
And we're
Okay?
gonna show you guys an example of that.
We're going to show that to you when
Yeah.
we get into the editing section, but we just wanted you to see that there is a shortcut to it. Remove background. If you guys are familiar with Canva, same thing. This is where it allows you to plug in a photo, take the background out from it. And if you want to use it for something else, like you want to put your picture over a video or something, you can use it for that. What I want to show you that I think is well worth the pro version if you read well, right? Let me put that disclosure here. Agents always want to know, do you use a teleprompter? Honestly, no, I don't. But I realize that I'm very comfortable in front of the camera and I know what I'm going to say for the most part, and I work myself through it, but that's after years of practice. If you feel like you want to have a script, all right, this teleprompter pro factor, I'm going to tap on it. All right, here is my teleprompter. I have plugged in a script that I wrote out. So I wrote the script out somewhere else and I brought it in and I cut and pasted into the app. All right. So now I can go down and I can adjust how long do I want to talk. I can adjust how quickly the speed of my talking is, because some of you can realize I talk fast. Other people talk slow. So there's all kinds of adjustment factors in here. We're not going to dive deep into this. We just wanted you to see that it is there. And I'm going to give you this warning, y'all. If you read like 3 things you need to stop scrolling and check out Cedar Hammock, this may not be the best option for you. Okay, I'm going to show you how it works here. I'm going to hold down my little button. It's going to give me a countdown. 3 reasons you need to stop scrolling and check out Cedar Hammock in Naples. Number 1, location, location, location. Cedar Hammock is just a quick 15-minute drive from downtown Naples, and it's stunning beaches. But if you'd rather stay close, 3 reasons you need to stop scrolling and check out Cedar Hammock in Naples. Number 1, location, location, location. Cedar Hammock is just a... Okay, so you can see how it works, but you can still see that I'm reading, okay? I wasn't doing my best job ever. However, you can see now why people in the broadcast journalism field get paid the money that they get paid. It's because they read well and they know where inflection in their voice needs to be when they're reading a script and how to keep their eyes focused on the camera and not just the words on the screen. So that's just my little word of warning, but I wanted you to see how this function works. So let me get out of it. Next.
It takes some practice, you know, it does take some practice. So don't be afraid. You just got to play with it until you get comfortable on how you sound, what makes you feel good at that level.
All right. So now I'm going to move on up. New project is where we're going to spend most of our little morning here together. Okay. But we wanted to go over a few more things on the screen before we get started. So we're going to go into the middle here, and obviously it's saying projects, right? So these are the things that we're working on. You can see I'm in here a lot. I have a lot of projects. All right. Now, as I move over here, there is a little blue square that says space on my phone. On Carlos, it says library. I'm not sure how many of you have library versus space, but it's going to do the same function for the most part, right, Carlos?
Correct.
Okay. Taking my magic finger, I'm going to touch space. What I want you to pay attention to in here is a free thing that anybody can do. As far as we know, we have not had any issues. Brand kit. So as you make multiple videos, you're going to find that you want to put certain things over and over again in your videos. For example, brand images. Okay, so maybe your professional headshot, maybe it's your logos, right? You're going to want to add those in. All you do is hit the button and hit plus, and then put your logo or your headshot in there. I also add my logos as stickers. I find them very easy to get to in the stickers section. Okay. Now, fonts is a little bit more complicated. You have to get verification of the font. So I have not done that because it's just an extra process. I don't really think you need brand music or the backgrounds. Okay. Text presets, I'm going to touch on a little bit today, but a text preset is you type out the same text every single time. So for example, Sue Pinky Benson Remax Affinity Plus, I use that in all my videos. I don't want to have to rewrite it every single time and pick out the font and the style that I want. I can do that and save it as a preset for every single video. You're not going to do that within the brand kit. You're actually going to do that in the text section. All right. The one other thing that I want you to see is your brand colors. So like the fabulous Heather Holiday, she has a lovely color of teal she likes to use with her branding. She can go in and select that so that when she goes to write that text, right, that you can see my colors are symbolic of my colors that I have in my brand kit. I can already have my brand colors in there for when I go to write my text. All right. So it's going to help save you some time as you create video after video. And there are certain things that you want to add over and over again. Okay. So that's what I want to show you in the My Space, AKA also known as the library. There's a little pencil over here. I just want to point this out because maybe you guys have a different version of what it looks like. This is just allowing you to change the way the screen looks, okay? Nothing really to worry about here. One thing that I do want to show you as you create projects, it will default, see here, it shows me the date that I created it. That's the name that it will give it. If you want to rename your video to keep yourself organized, you hit the 3 dots on the side and you can go down and you can rename it. This is also where you're able to delete a video or upload it to space so that you can save space or whatever you want to do. But I go in and that way I know as I'm working through my different videos exactly why I put those videos in there, what they're for. Okay. Carlos, anything you want to add in this section? Well, you're muted, so we
Sorry,
can't.
my dogs are barking like crazy, so I want to mute it. The good thing about what you have to remember too here is you will, the more videos you do, they're just gonna pile up in here. So you can delete them and get rid of them after you're done with the projects, and it'll just help you out. So it won't confuse you. Oh, where did I put this video? So renaming it is a good idea.
Awesome. Thank you, Carlos. All right, we're going to go down to the bottom of the screen. So we're going all the way down here. I'm sorry, I scrolled. We're going, so this is obviously the edit section. Then you have an inbox over here. I'm just going to skip over templates for a second. It might say, is it say library on yours, Carlos?
Mine says library.
Okay. And then you have the me section. Okay. We're going to go into templates. All right. This is where a lot of agents are like, I didn't even know this was here. I had no idea. All right. We go into templates. Now, first thing I want to point out to you is CapCut has its own algorithm. All right. So as you start to search certain templates, it's just like Instagram, it's just like Facebook. It's going to start to recognize the type of templates that you like to use. So it's going to serve you up different ones to take a look at. Okay. So on here, you can kind of see some of my different types that I like. But what I want to show you, and like I said, we are going to go deep into templates on Monday, September 23rd. All right. You go up to the top and you hit search template. Now, One of my tutelees, which is somebody that I do my Instagram coaching training with, she brought up like, is there a way to find a lot of the free templates? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know if all templates are paid templates or if just the good ones are the paid ones. That in itself is probably worth the upgrade if you like the templates. All right. So you can go in and search, and I'm going to go and it says real estate. I'm going to type in real estate. And now look at what it has found. All kinds of templates with various types of videos. So like if you've seen this one, right? 3 different videos going at the same time. Then you have something like this. All you do is you go down and you hit use template, and then it's going to, whoops, then you're going to plug it in, okay? The numbers on the screen shows you how many times a template has been used, okay? If you wanted to search one of these famous ones, I'll just show you this real quick. Let's say I want Taylor Swift. That's where I would type it in, and now I can find Taylor Swift. When they have the green screen behind them, it means that you can add a video or picture behind it, and that's how you create those meme videos that you've seen, okay? So again, when we go back to, oh, and then I was going to show you, hold on, let me show you this. So let me go back to Taylor Swift for a moment. All right.
We will go in more in detail in templates when we do our boot camp for sure.
All right, let's say I want to use this for later. I'm not ready to edit anything right now, but I want to come back to it later. I'm going to go down to the bottom. Whenever you see a ribbon on social media, it means you can save it, favorite it, whatever word you want to use. So I am going to save this one. So now it is a white ribbon versus a blank ribbon. I'm going to go back to my home screen. All right, so I'm back on my home screen. Now we're going to bounce over to me. All right, so this is your personal identity page. Look, y'all do not have to fill in a bio. You don't have to put in a picture. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. Okay. But it will show you videos that you've made, but then also look right there. These are my remakes, but then right here under favorites, there's Taylor Swift. Okay. So that's how you find the templates you saved earlier to use later. Okay. This one is also a great template that I think real estate agents should be using. And I'm going to show you an example of how to use it during the boot camp. All right. All right. So we're going back to edit. We're back to the full screen. All right. I'm going to take a drink of water. Carlos, do you want to add anything before we get into the project?
No, like, and make a point, like there's a lot of people that find templates as they're scrolling through, say, TikTok. And you're going to see a nice template that somebody did, and you'll be like, wow, I really like that video. If you look on the bottom left, it'll say templates, and then most of them are from CapCut. And then you just click on it, it'll take you to CapCut, and you can save it as a favorite. It's very important. So, because you're not probably going to find it again. So you don't need to take screenshots of it or anything like that. Just save it to your favorite. So when you go into CapCut, you go into this section, and voila, you can make your video. I will say though, in regard with templates, depending on how many sections the videos are, they tell you how long each section is. So if you're going to do B-roll video, don't do like 1 or 2 second B-roll videos. Make sure you're doing B-roll videos at least up to 5 seconds, because then you can edit it out for what you want to make. I know it's probably a little more.
We'll get into
we'll get into
more of that as we get into the template class. We're going to tell you what we want you to specifically bring to the class so that you have something to work with. All right, now let's get into the project mode. So if you've never ever done this before, you're going to hit the giant blue button in the middle of your screen. Okay. Now we're into your phone. You are going to select your video. Y'all, this is a glimpse in my phone. I just want to point out, I am not a foodie. So the fact that you see food in my camera roll is a major moment. All right. It's food week here. So I had to go do a promotional video yesterday. You're going to go up and you're going to select in the corner which videos you want to bring in. Bring in 3 or 4. Okay. You don't need to bring in 20. Just bring in a couple.
But here's the thing. When you do this, you see the little circle on the top right on each video. So if you want to do multiple videos, you have to hit the circle, not the video.
Right. If you hit the video, it gives you a preview of what the video is. If you want to select it, you have to hit the little bubble in the corner. The numbers that it are giving is showing you down at the bottom that that's the order that they are going to show up. Now, don't freak out. Like if you're like, oh crap, I put it in the wrong order, you can undo and, you know, readjust and put it back in at a different number, but you can also adjust it when you go into the editing process. Okay. I like to try and at least get them in some kind of order that I think I'm going to use them, so that I'm not moving everything around constantly. All right. So once you have chosen, you're going to hit the add 4 or add 3 or whatever at the bottom. All right. I am going to X out because I've already uploaded mine into my CapCut 101 test video.
Excuse
All right.
me. How did you get to that last screen? I've been trying to find it.
Which one?
The one where she pulled her pictures and her videos. How did she get to her
Trish,
camera?
it's the new project. Okay. You're going to go into new project and then you're going to select your videos.
Yeah. You probably have to allow access to.
Yeah, if you've
the
never
video.
used the app before, you're going to have to allow access to your camera roll. Okay. All right. So we're going to keep going here. CapCut 101. I'm coming in. Now, what we want to go over here is we're going to do the same thing as before. We're going to go from the top to the bottom and point out some important features that you as real estate agents should know about the app. There are 2 dashboards when it comes to editing. This is a huge, robust editing system. There is no way in 60 minutes I can go through every single thing that this app does, okay?
No.
And some of them would be way, way over your head because they're way over my head in many ways, all right?
Mine too. Mine too.
What we want to point out here is up here at the top corner. Everybody always says, what should I have my camera roll on? 1080p is the best visual, okay? If you don't have 1080p, just click the down button and look for it, all right? So 1080p. Another word that people get stumped on who have never done videos before or edited them is the word export. Export literally means that once you are finally finished and you are completely happy with the video and you are ready to take it out of the app and put it up on some social media platform, export is going to take it over to your camera roll where you can save it and then decide what you want to do with it from there. Okay. Another little button people are unaware of, especially my older people who have to put on their glasses to see things, is this little button down here in the corner. If you want to see what it looks like full screen, you tap it and it's going to give you the visual. You have small menu down here at the bottom, but you can see it's playing. And then if I want to go back, I just go to this corner and reverse back. Okay. So that's your full screen option. That's great as you get into the editing process. If you want to go back and see, where is my text? Is it big enough? Can I see it well enough? That's important to know. Okay. All right. In the middle here is obviously the play button. We're not going to worry about the double squares. You may or may not have them. I don't want to get into that, but these 2 buttons here are most important because odds are at some point or another, you're going to mess up. Okay, and you may mess up more than once. This is your undo and your redo buttons. Okay, so if you accidentally delete something, you're going to come up here and hit the undo button and it's going to bring it back from the dead. All right,
It's gonna happen, so don't worry. Just know that that's there to, for your safety.
the first time you went into the MLS and you had to put in something, a new listing, you messed up. You didn't know all the answers. It's the same thing with learning anything new. It's technology, you're gonna mess up, all right? So now we're gonna move down into the video section, all right? Okay, so as I hit play to this video, you can hear that there is what we professionals call background noise, all right? Super important to be aware of background noise when you're filming videos. Josh and I were just talking the other day. Why is it that when we go out to film videos, it's either garbage day or leaf blowing day or something? There's some sort of background noise, especially when you're doing B-roll videos, which if you're showcasing a listing, you are doing B-roll videos. If you're not talking in them, they are B-roll. You're going to want to mute the clips, okay? So a video consists of a whole bunch of different clips, okay? And we're talking about each clip. So as I go through, this is one clip. And now when I get into this, this is a second clip. Okay, so this is clip number 2 that we uploaded. All right. When you get into these clips, you can either go in each one. So I'm going to take my magic finger and I'm going to highlight this section for a moment. Okay, I can go down to the bottom and I can simply hit the volume button and I can mute it this way and hit check. All right. And now that section is muted. Or if all the videos have no sound that you do not want any sound and you want to save yourself time, because I don't know how many times I have edited videos and then I missed a section where I didn't mute it. I want to show you this button right here, mute clip audio. It will mute every clip in the entire video. I'm not going to do it because I have some talking video that I want to show you. You obviously can undo it, but I just want you to know all you do is press this button right here and mute clip. All right. We're not going to get into the covers today. I don't want to get that. It's a little bit more of an advanced feature. All right. But we're going to get into a couple of the things you need to understand. Now, if you've ever edited, there's going to be similarities between this app and all the other apps out there. When you take your magic finger, what I want you to watch as I do that, my magic finger touch here is down at the bottom, we have one dashboard of menus. This is where agents technically or usually get frustrated because they're like, where did it go? Right? You're afraid you did something wrong. When I take my finger and I touch this first section, did you see the dashboard changed? Because now I am working within this section, okay? I'm only working on this section, not that section, this section. So it's important to always remember, no matter what app you're working on, the white box is around the section or clip that you are currently working on, all right? So I'm going to work through this current dashboard at the bottom to show you some of the important things you need to know as a real estate agent using CapCut, okay? So as I watch this video, all right, I get to the end of it, and guess what happens? Oh, look, there's my feet. I don't need my feet in this shot, all right? I don't need them, so I'm gonna stop right there, okay? This is my runner, okay? Wherever the white line is where you are in the video. Okay, this is going to split my video right now. I'm going to hit split. Split means cut. So you're going to take one clip and you're going to make it into 2 clips. All right. So now I hit split and look how that little white box moved from being around this one to now being around this one. I'm going to use the trash can. We all know what a trash can does to delete it. Delete.
Yeah,
Wait.
You can delete either the front video or the back video. Just depends on which one you want to get rid of.
But I don't want to delete it. I just want to, okay, remember, breathe through editing. Here is your undo button. It's now white. Look, it undid the delete, all right? But I do want to remove it. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to delete it. All right, so now that's what the very first bar or emoji or whatever you want to call this, split. That's where you cut it. So when you're looking at videos, you want to make sure you cut it right where you want it to start and end. Okay, so in this section, and I want to show you this. If you take your 2 fingers, you can zoom in to make it easier, to make the clips bigger, especially if you have fat fingers. If you zoom in and zoom out, it gives you a little bit more ability to manipulate the screen. Okay. All right, next thing, we're going to go into the next slide here. Something else that I think is super important for real estate agents with videos, all right? Most of the time, the reason your videos aren't doing well is because they lag. They're slow. You're not getting to the point fast enough, or you're not showing the good stuff. You've got to be really aware of yourself and keep moving through, okay? You've got to be like, am I bored? How can I make this better? Maybe it's a house video and you're like, how did they make it go so fast? A drone video. How did they speed it up? All right, so in this video, I'm demonstrating how these lovely blinds come down. Takes forever, all right? Down here at the bottom is your speed button. You're gonna tap speed. Okay. You're going to go over to the normal button. Okay. Normal. And now you can take your magic finger and move this blue circle up. Up. So now let's go back. And it's only doing it to this section. It's not doing it to the rest of the video. And now you can see it's sped it up a little bit.
Hey everybody.
Okay. So if you wanted to go in and speed it up more, you would go back into normal and you would move it up or move it down. Okay. Okay. Everybody make sure you're muted. I just muted myself, but mute you because I'm hearing some background noises. All right. Now we're going to go back. All right. We are in, let me get this silly thing out of the way. All right. We are in the section that says speed. The next two are animations and effects. And quite honestly, I don't know why they have them as two different things. I've been Googling, trying to figure out how because it's kind of confusing. But animations and effects are very similar. All right. What I want to warn you about is what I warn my tutelees about when they do stories and they start to pull up stickers. Do not do too many to the point of nausea, and people are more distracted by your effects than they are what you're saying or what you're showcasing in the video. Okay, you've got to be careful with your effects. So magic finger, I'm going to go in and I'm going to hit animations. All right. Takes a minute to pop up. I want to point out these words: in, out, combo. That in means the beginning of the video. Out means the end of the video. Combo means a combination of both at the beginning and at the end. This is your coming into the video, what it's going to look like. All right. If you take your magic finger, you can go between in, out, and combo. All right. When the white box is around the item, that is signifying what you have chosen. All right. So I'm going to show you sticky note. Now, before I go into sticky note, magic finger, scroll over, lots of options. There are some free ones in here. Like the fade in. The fade in's very popular. The reason they're moving is to show you what they are. Okay. So sticky note is going to do exactly like that to my video. Okay. So, and down here at the bottom, it allows you to adjust the timing. See how slow it is? Okay. Now, just a word of warning again, if you use any of these that like it takes too long, like I think I tried one of these, like it can stop the viewer from watching. If they have to wait too long for it to get to it, you may want to adjust your thinking on, like, it might be cool, but it might not be fast enough to get their attention because we're scrolling past really quick. The point of these actions, the point of a filter is to grab the attention of the audience and bring them in. It's to help you stick out in the sea of sameness, as my friend Katie Lance likes to say. You're looking for ways to stick out, okay?
Tabasco.
I'm going. All right. So if I wanted to use stick in or sticky note, I would select it and I would hit the check button, okay? I don't want to use any kind of thing right now, so I'm just going to hit check without it. Now remember, I was on the second clip. If you wanted that, you'd put it in the first clip at the beginning of that video, but you can put them in between. I'm sure you've seen the transitions, because if you touch that little white bar, it's going to give you transitions as well. Okay. Again, that's going to be more in the advanced classes that we teach. All right. But I just want you to see where they are. So now I'm hitting this button again. So I have the white box around the section I'm working on. We just did animations. Now we're going to do effects. Personally, I like effects better. There's a lot more actions to use in there. So if you've ever seen my videos, you might recognize some of these. As I go into video effects, it's going to give me subtitles, and you may have some of these, you may have all of these. I'm not positive. All right. But you have trending, you have opening and closing, nightclub. I don't even know, lens, right? If I touch lens, it's going to show me, like, watch when I hit this one, it's giving it a different look. Okay. If I go back over here to trending, this is what it does to it. All right. Flash.
You just got to go in and find the one that you like the best to just keep playing with it, and then you can save it in a different section. But
Right. So here, right here, let's say I want to use this confetti on every video I do that I've just had a closing, right? I want to have that so everybody recognizes I have a closing because I have that confetti. I can go in, hold it down, and I had it in my favorites already, but I'm going to hold it down, and now it's added to my favorites. How do I get back to it when I come here? You're going to go over to the ribbon and go in, and it's going to be in your favorites section. Okay. Now, one other thing in the effects is body effects. All right. So now I'm going to show you what it can do with a body. I want you to look at my body carefully. Ready? Here we go. I'm going to go into my trending. Again, there are pro and there are free versions. You just have to scroll down to take a look. There are lots of options in here. All right. So let's say I want to use the psychedelic look. So it's only going to put that filter around me. Okay. It gives it a little funkiness to it. All right. Again, the idea is not to distract. So I wouldn't use confetti and the hollow effect around this. I would use one or the other to keep their attention. Right. So I'm going to go up here, but again, you can do the same thing. If there is an effect that you like for the body, hold it down. You can put it into your favorites. If you don't want anything, you're going to hit the don't. All right. All right, Carlos, we doing okay?
We have 10 minutes before 12. Just know we have still a few more features to go through, so just bear with us, and then we'll answer some questions for you.
All right. Now, the next section, all right, I have a talking video in here, all right, because I want to show you something. You guys know what delete is, so I'm not going to go over delete, all right? I want you to listen to Andrea's video really quick. She was at the Florida conference.
Hey everybody, Andrea here, and I just wanted to share.
All right, really hard to hear her, right? Really hard to hear her. With the enhance voice feature, this is great if you're in a crowded room. You can use either enhance or isolate voice, either one, play with it and see which one works better. You hit enhance voice, you hit the check button. Hold on, go.
Nope. Yep, there you go.
You give it a few seconds while it's doing that. I'm going to drink some water.
Dogs are going crazy. The pool guy is here.
Hey everybody, Andrea here, and I just wanted to.
Do you hear the difference?
Hey everybody, Andrea here. Hey everybody, Andrea here, and I just wanted to share.
So the next time, like, you're out and you've like got great video and you're talking and you're like, crap, the background noise, try using enhance voice or isolate voice. It will help bring down the audio behind you and make you pop. Okay, speaking of popping, we're going to pop into the next section because this one is super important. All right, because I see people do it all the time and they're like worried about things. Because see, again, there's all kinds of stuff in here I don't want to get into. We're going to scroll over to transform. All right. I'm out at one of my listings. All right. I'm working on a video of transitions between listings. All right. I am standing because I am in selfie mode. All right. I don't have a personal photographer to follow me around. And even when Josh is with me, it's sometimes like pulling teeth to get him to shoot the video. So I have learned that, hey, there's a tree. I'm going to go prop my phone up and do what I need to do and get it done. Well, when it's in selfie mode, you get stuck with like, look, the words in the back are reversed. So how do I fix that? All right. Down here in transform, you're going to go over to the word mirror. And guess what? Now I'm fixed. That's it. So if you're wearing a t-shirt that, like, for me, obviously my brand's Remax. If I was doing a selfie video and it said Remax across my shirt and it was backwards, a very quick fix, plug it into CapCut, go to the transform button, hit mirror, and it'll change it around. Okay. All right. So we've gone through a good majority of these that are on this main screen here. Okay. Now we're going to talk about captions here for the next few minutes. So here is a video that requires captioning because I'm talking.
Did I just hit a nerve? Is that you?
It's okay, breathe. I promise I can help. What can I do? I have an entire Instagram program. Okay, so I want to add captions. All right, now remember on that home screen we showed you, you can put your auto captions right at the top if you have the pro version, and you can just plug it in there. Okay, you're going to do the same functions. A lot of agents get confused as to where are the captions. I can't find them when I'm in the editing section. All right, we're going to go into the other dashboard. So this is the other secondary dashboard, because I'm not highlighted. When I'm highlighted, I'm on this dashboard. When I click down below, it gives me the other dashboard. All right, I am going to go into text. Now I'm in text. Look over here, it says the magic word auto captions. I'm going to press that button. Now, I can hit generate and it's going to give me basic captions, easy peasy. All right. There are templates, which I'm sure many of you have seen on social media, these different ones where they highlight the words or make them look more fun. Okay. So there's all kinds of different ones there. Something I want to show you the pro version does. One of the ways to make your videos more powerful and engaging is by getting rid of your filler words, your long pauses, your but, so, and with the pro version, you can turn this on and it will identify all of the long pauses and get rid of them, okay? So I'm gonna hit generate. It's important to note that it's generating captions on the entire video. So it's going back here to Andrea's video. But
Yeah.
look what it says. It says, I have 1 or 2 filler words in here. There, pause. See the pause? So it's telling me I can take that out if I wanted to. In this video, I don't have too many pauses. All right. So now I have the very basic. Did I just hit a nerve? Is that you? It's okay, breathe. I promise I can help. What can I do? I have an entire Instagram program. Okay, so now I have captions, all right? Something to note, y'all, with captions. If you can't read them, nobody else can read them either. Also, the placement. You do not want to, I just tapped on the screen just to get to the screen. You do not want them too low. You do not want them too high. Same with text. You want to keep them kind of middle to 3/4 of the screen so that they're seen. You can shrink them down, but again, if you can't read them, other people can't. You don't want them too big. You want them just right, all right? Now, what if we need to change something? We want to use those brand colors, for example. I'm going to go into, see the screen down here, because I have now, where's the white box? It's around the captions, right?
Can I just interject real quick on this? Because I don't know, I don't think Sue, you and I talked about this in the class. I mean, when we were training,
Just get to it.
practicing. Just so you guys know, when it comes to auto captions, because this is one of the best features I love about the pro version because of my New England accent or whatever. So it gives you options to read it. It gives you options to edit it, and takes out the ums, the so's, the likes, your nose, all that stuff. But what it also does too is it picks up on you, your voice, your words that you say. So it will, like, little by little, the more videos you do, you'll start seeing a difference on that. It starts
Starts to
picking
understand
your
you. It's AI.
your stuff, your AI. So it's actually pretty cool. So just know that. And then as you can see in here, each section that Sue just, like, you can see in the verb words here, like, look how many sections there are. You can tap on each one, and if you double tap it, it brings the words up. If you see something that's misspelled, you can actually go in there and correct it right there on the spot. Like my wife's name is
Like if you said a name wrong, like sometimes, or you
like
said the
Letty.
name correctly, but they gave it a different name, and you want to make sure, like sometimes when I say Naples, it might come out as Maple, right? You want
Or something else.
just settle down. So you can go in and you can change it manually. So like if you have a different spelling of your name, like with Cynthia, maybe you spell it differently than somebody else, you can go in and you can physically change it by double tapping onto the text. So I'm going to go back in here. Are you good, Carlos? Am I good?
I am good. I'm good.
We're going to go into
Bear with us, people.
edit captions. All right. And there again is where you can go in and you can fix it if you see something that you want fixed. All right. But what I want to do now is I want to show you style. All right. That's the button right here, style. Of course, we're going to say that right now. Hit it again. Okay. See, I did not freak out. It didn't say the internet died on me. It's all good. Okay. Now, mine looks a little different than Carlos's. Some people have templates
Yes,
right here at the beginning. If you don't, where is it, Carlos? Is it under something else?
it is under something else. Now you're gonna make me go
I
look
think
for
it's
it.
animations, is what you said.
Yes, yeah, just keep moving forward. We're good.
Okay. So I'm in templates, right? So this allows me again to
Did I
change the
just hit a
style.
nerve? Is that you?
All right. I can do this
Did I
version.
just hit a nerve? Is that you? Did I just
And
hit a
just
nerve?
so you
Is
know,
that
again, in the advanced, we'll go into this. You like this is blue. If I want it pink, I can change it to pink. All right. There are ways, but let's go into fonts. Okay. There are a gazillion fonts. So I honestly don't know why you would add a font because there's just, but see, if you did add it, there's where your brand fonts would live, would be in here. All right. There are so many fonts, free and paid. But if you
Yes.
wanted a different type of font, you just click on it to give you a different type of font. Styles, okay? Now, here's where I would change my color. I can make it into more of a pink background on there. It's hard to see with this version. Effects. There you go. Now it's pink, okay?
you?
So you can go in and play with all these different ones, but look here, see the ribbon? You can save it again so that you can go back to it later. All right. Now let's just say that I want to add text. Okay. This is why it's much more advanced for us to get into it because there's so much that you can do with captions and text. When you go into the add text section, all right. So let's just say I want to put Sue Pinky on here. Okay. Now I have more styles.
Did I just hit a nerve? Is that you? Did I just hit a nerve? Is that did I just hit a nerve?
Right?
Is
All
that
kinds
you?
of different
It's okay.
styles. I have my favorite options. So if I wanted to use one of my favorite options.
Did I just hit a nerve? Is that you? It's okay.
Do you see how it customizes to the text that you chose? It's not saying click here, it's saying Sue Pinky. All right. My presets are in here. Remember, we talked about those. If I wanted to create this as a preset, I would hit save as preset. This is where you do it. Again, we'll go over this in the captioning bootcamp. But like, let's say I wanted to use this one. Now I have it
Did I just hit a
preset
nerve? Is that you?
so that it can be in the video. Okay. So again, in my save sections there, fonts are here. You have a whole different section of different fonts if the internet would kick in. There we go. And you can change it around however you want. All right.
So there's just so much to captions. It's like overwhelming. Like just to like sit here, like probably a lot of you guys are probably looking at this like, holy crap. Like
It is. It's very
it-
overwhelming. And that's
yeah.
why we have to do a whole class just on the captions. We're trying to get you in here to play. That's the whole thing, you guys. You have to play. You have to be like, oh, is this going to work? Is it not going to work? Is it going to explode? It's going to be fine. Okay. It's going to be fine.
And just bear with us. I mean, we're at noon right now, but like Sue's only got a few more features to go over with you and then we'll answer questions. So if you have to leave, we understand. You'll get the recording, but trust me, we're almost at the finish line and I'm sure your heads are probably spinning around right now. And Sue and I will do our best to help you out with that.
Now, something that you may not realize, like let's say I want to have Sue Pinky Benson remax up the entire video, okay? Because quite honestly, here's your big tip of the day. Stop introducing yourself in a video. You're wasting time. Use it in the text, okay? Nobody gives a shit what your name is, okay? I swear occasionally I'm very high IQ. All right, so anyway, what I was going to say here is with text, you can either take the little white bar and pull it all the way to the end, or a lot of people don't realize that this is in here. There is another little button here. It's on one of these slides. We got to find the right one. Oh, now I got to go back to my text. There we go. All right. And I am going to find the button right here that says lasting text. Now look, it goes through the entire video. It's there throughout. Come on, there it is. It's throughout the entire video. But remember what I said, this is really low. So I don't want to do that, right? I don't want to have it too low. Something else I want to show you in the text section. So I'm still in text. Do you see stickers? Stickers. All right. Yes, you can use arrows and happy faces and stars. Don't get too crazy with them. It's distracting. But what I want to show you is that if you move this bar over here at the top, you have your saved stickers. I don't have any favorites. You can see how often I use them. Then you have your brand kit here. So this is where I could put my Pinky Nose Naples logo, and I can, again, make it last throughout the entire video or only for a short time. All right, I'm going to X out of that one. But there's also another one in there. Let me go back into my stickers. Do you see this little magic button over here, the second square next to the AI? You could go in and you could have a picture up within. So let's pretend, let me go to my video here. Instead of me talking about my Instagram coaching, let's say I was talking about one of my listings. So it's kind of a reverse green screen effect here, okay? And I want to show my latest listing that I'm talking about. I'm gonna go into my text, into my stickers. Come on, I'm gonna go into my stickers. I'm going to go to that first one, which is add photo. I'm going to add the photo, and now I have the picture of the house I'm talking about, and you can make it animated. So it like does that swoop in thing that you see. You can make them animated. You can decide how long you want it up there from the beginning to the end, if you only want it for a few seconds. And then, and this is our tease to come to the overlay class, you can overlay it over the entire thing. And so while you're talking, naturally, you would be discussing. So,
Did I just hit a nerve? Is that you? It's okay. It's okay. Breathe.
see how it went from the picture to myself. So obviously it doesn't apply in this situation. I'm not talking about my listing, but you could also put up your professional photo, that headshot you love so much that hopefully are updated. You could put that in there so it's down at the bottom and it looks like a nice professionally made video, okay? And again, see how the animations and what have you pop up here at the bottom. I'm not going to get too much into it, but if I wanted to have the photo swoop in, see how it did that? Springs. That is in the overlay section that we will talk about, all of that good stuff and how it works. All right. Carlos, am I missing anything?
Sorry. Did we go over, voiceover?
Audio?
Yes, the audio.
Yes. Okay. So the next thing I want to show you before we get into Q&A is, let's say I want to, I'm going to go in here and just get this off of here. Let me see, where are my stickers? Okay, let me get this off real quick. Okay. Let's say that you're not doing teleprompter, but you still would like to do a voiceover, okay? Which is you talking about what you see on the screen. Again, it's a little more tricky. You've got to have a good natural voice and inflection going on. But I want to show you how you can do that because a lot of agents ask me that question. You're going to go into the audio button. All right. Now, once you're in audio, you're going to scroll over to record. Now, once you tap that microphone, it's going to do a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and you're going to say what you need to say. So watch, here we go. I tap it. Have you been to Bonita at Seasons? This is an amazing property in Bonita Springs. It is a must check out 3-bedroom, 2-bath pool home for under $630,000. Okay. It shows you where you talked. So now you have a map of you talking, and if you needed to clip things out, you can also go in at this point and now go back over to your text and into auto captions, and it should generate captioning for this as well.
And I will give you my tip on voiceover, which I told Sue about, is go into the closet. Okay, so
if you don't have a microphone or you have a dog barking in the background, that's why Carlos is always in the closet.
Yes, I go in the closet, I shut the door, it's nice and quiet, and you don't hear anything, and you can record nicely with the acoustics, or go sit in your car and no music on, no nothing, and just do voiceover. Those are the 2 best spots that I do voiceover on. My
Now,
tip. to you.
the other question with audio is, should I add music while I'm in the app? No. Get yourself a clean copy of your video. Once you're finished, you've got the text in there. Captions, y'all, quick tip, don't do captions until you're done editing the entire video so that it's exactly the way you want it. Same thing with adding stickers. Wait until you've done all of your editing, get to the end, then you hit export and go into the different apps and upload it organically, okay? Which means that you're going into Facebook, uploading a reel. You're going into Instagram, uploading a reel. Use different trending audios. You don't have to use the same song on each platform. Try different songs. It's amazing what a song can do to a video. It can really make it pop. All right, I think we did it. We only went 7 minutes over. I think we're good.
All right. So let's get on some questions, you guys. I know it's a lot. I mean, and this is just the basic 101. When you really get into this, you're going to see how much fun you're going to have with it.